Here's a look at this when it is all closed up. Like I said, it's called the Stanley Fat Max. Here's some stats. I'm pretty sure this was a Menards purchase. And there's Jiggy. Go figure. Like I said, it has these right here. You can look around. You've got your wheels right there. And that there. These do click, the wheels do click in at the bottom there, so you can see that. And it does have some sort of measurements and stuff up here if you're working. It's meant to be a work surface. All that sort of stuff. There she is. Another day. Okay, so let me just fill you in here. It has been quite a week here. I am currently making up some chicken. I have decided that I'm not going to cook any more than I really have to. So I went ahead and marinated 2 chicken breasts that I'm going to use for probably about 3 meals. My mom is coming tomorrow, so I'm going to make a nice lunch for us. And then I'm making some chicken to go for a salad tonight, and then the leftovers we can use for dinner tomorrow night. Or I may end up doing something else. I haven't decided yet. But, so let me fill you in. So this week, let me backtrack. Last week, I noticed that my fridge wasn't staying as cool as it should have been. And I kind of just kept an eye on it, Didn't know if it was gonna get any better. Watched it. Well, let's just say it didn't get any better. It just got worse. So we ended up had to go get a new fridge. You would think that'd be an easy task because it's not any special size. It's just a typical size, one of the white fridges that everybody has. Well, apparently that's the problem. Everybody has them. And because of COVID, they're not really making any more right now because of shutdowns and stuff like that. Awesome. Go to our local salvage warehouse expecting to walk and go, I want that one, and they had none. So that was fun. Toyed with the idea of getting a brand new one. I personally would just rather buy a new to us one. I don't need anything special. I just want something that works. I don't care about having to have brand new as long as it works. So long story short, I ended up getting one, a little more than I wanted, but we have a working fridge. Woohoo! It feels bigger than my other one, but I think it's just because of the shelves. So I have a working fridge now. I only had to go without it for a few days. My heart is with all the people in Iowa who were without power for at least a week, if not more. Some probably still don't have power. I'm not sure. If you don't know, that powerful storm that went through Iowa, my sister and her family had to go through that. It was pretty scary. They're okay. No one was hurt. A lot of property damage. They have to get a new roof. All that stuff. I can't imagine. I would not be a sane mama at all if I had to go through that. Well, no, I would be a raging crazy woman. So today it's, oh my goodness, it's supposed to be like over 95 degrees. So I am just sweating up a storm. Real life. So past the fridge, we got that all settled. Next, let's see, a week from Friday, or no, on Friday, Saturday, we are going to be heading back to our property. Super excited. My living room looks like a disaster zone because we have just slowly been packing to get ready for this. I may do a little video for while I'm gone. how we packed, what we're packing for this trip. We are going to be pretty much camping off-grid for a week. Longest my children have ever camped. So that'll be fun. I'll go ahead and probably show you that next week. I will do a little video kind of laying out what we have, what we need to get, how we're preparing for it, and go from there. So this week it's just preparing. I'm just kind of getting stuff together. I'm gonna probably end up making a couple meals for when we come back, so I don't have to cook or get anything. I'm trying to keep everything in my fridge pretty scaled down. So yeah, I'll check back in after I finish cooking all this chicken. Yesterday I had a lot of cooking to do and getting stuff ready for today. My mother is coming into town, so I thought I gave the kids some quiet time because they were up pretty late last night, so they're just kind of slowly getting into the day. I figured I'd give you a breakdown of what we have done so far to get ready for our week-long camp trip. So we are going back to our property. We're going to be there for a week. We will be pretty much off-grid, so we do have access to running water, which is good. We have plenty of wood on our land, so that's not an issue for cooking. We're just going to do that rather than taking propane and something extra when we have plenty of that there and access. I have started my list of, I've already made a meal plan for the entire week, including snacks, things like that. Everybody gets a special drink that we'll have once to twice a day. Otherwise, it's just going to be water. I made my list. I haven't done it yet, but I need to put together meal packs. The goal is we only have one cooler, and it's, I don't know if you can see, it's that guy right there. So it's our really old cooler that we have, and it works, but our goal is to not have, or our goal is to have as little in the cooler as possible. So we are going to have mostly non-refrigerated foods, canned foods. I mean, it's not the healthiest of options, but honestly it works. It's foolproof for me because a lot of it's already cooked. I don't have to cook it. So yeah, I'll give you a quick rundown. So we have our cooler ready, we have our chairs ready, fans, drink containers, extra table, our nice little toilet because, you know, we're off grid, and an extra bucket for that sort of stuff. I will show you our camp kitchen in a minute. This is actually what I'm gonna be sleeping on. I need to fix it up a little bit. My husband will have a cot and we have a separate table. We just got a new toolbox that we'll take. We have some of the kids' activities. This is my husband's bag. Everything that he needs for the week will be in there. That's his comfort items, his survival items, whatever. This basket right here has all of our necessities for setting up, any extra tools, miscellaneous stuff like that, and then I just have the blankets piled on top. This backpack right here, this is our activities backpack. So all of our activities for the whole family is set up there. I have pillows in this little guy right here. I have yet to set up my bag because I'm a procrastinator and I still use a lot of my stuff. So I have to decide what exactly I need to be comfortable for the week. Normally I don't take a pillow, or I just take like our tiny camping pillows, but since this is gonna be for a week, I am gonna be taking my normal pillow from home. It's just gonna be way more comfortable. I don't really mind sleeping on the baby mattress. I don't mind sleeping on the ground. Our ground on our property is a little bit gravelier, so this will keep me up off the ground, but not so uncomfortable that I can't roll and shift and move and things like that. I have a big sheet that I'm going to put double wrap that, and I have extra quilts that I can either put under or over depending on if it gets too cold at night, which it's summer, it's not going to get too cold. Okay, so way back when we started really camping, we talked about we just need a mobile kitchen. Now, we only have a 4-door car. It's a Ford Focus. So if we were to camp, it was going to be car camping. And there's only so much you can fit in car camping when you have your giant tent, which, don't mind my old mess, I'm donating a bunch of stuff here. But our tent is right there. And then I've got my husband's cot and our camping table over there as well. I forgot to show that to you. Okay, back to the thing. So we needed a way to take all of our necessities that we could just kind of keep together. You know, for you RVers, you just kind of have things that you keep in the RV. Well, this is what we call, old times they would call them chuck boxes. Well, I didn't want to build one out of wood. We didn't want to put something like that together that you unscrew. It's just one box, but it unscrews and turns into this full kitchen thing. We wanted to keep it pretty simple. So we actually found people using these Stanley toolboxes. So here's ours. You can kind of see here. It does roll out and roll in. You know, you can kind of see it's got stuff where you can set up here, use this as a thing. It's got wheels, it's got a handle so you can roll it, so I can function with it. Okay. So here is our whole chuck box. Like I said, you pull on this handle and this whole thing rolls in and out. So we'll start at the top. This is really great because right here I put a cutting board or something like that. Let me see if I can get this here. Okay, something like that. So my husband put together, and you can also like fold it out and use this as well. It's not as sturdy, but it's not too bad. My husband put together a little spice cabinet for us. For this particular trip, I threw in some drink mixes, sharpeners, salt, pepper, things like that, and some of our knives. I have some of our bigger Band-Aids thrown up here. So up here we've got our coffee, some popcorn, an extra space blanket, some extra utensils. I usually just wash when we're there because I really don't like using disposables if I can avoid it. But we will, that's just for extra if we have people come over, things like that. Stuff for our cast iron. This is our cutting board. We have a funnel. I still have to add some more towels because I need maintenance for, I need little towels for our cast irons. Because you have to care for those a little bit differently, and I don't want to be using those towels on things that I wash, and I don't want to be using good towels on that either. Okay, so that just goes like this, if I can get it on. Okay, sorry, it's kind of loud. Okay, so next part. The next level is kind of our personal needs. So the top is mostly kitchen. The middle is kind of our medicine cabinet. So over here, we've got stuff for like little bug candle. We've got some rubbing alcohol, bleed stop packs, because we are going to be working with heavier machinery, so I want to make sure that we are not having that issue. Sunscreen, calamine lotion, because we do have some irritants there. I have like our little flashlight and another set of gloves. I'll probably add more of that. Aspirin, extra toilet paper in here. I'll probably end up adding more than this. I do have some in another spot as well. This is our little first aid. I've got saline, Band-Aids, allergy meds for the kids, stuff like that. Over here we have our some hand sanitizer, bags, mesh bags, soap for personal washing. We have like a little loofah soap set up here that we can all use, which is really nice. If I can get this back in here. One great thing about this whole toolbox is that you can remove these little spacers like these spacers here to configure this however you want. So if you don't necessarily like the way we have it configured, you could totally do it another way. So this back here is just like trash bags, extra bags. I believe this has our dishwashing stuff in it. I always keep it in a bag so that way if it spills, it's not a big deal. And this whole thing can be wiped up, things like that. Okay, so down here, what I was saying. So down here is normally where I would keep, when we were car camping, our Dutch oven would sit down here with our plates, cups, all that sort of stuff. This trip, I don't know that is all going to be able to fit in here unless I can magically make it fit. I might be able to, but we'll see. We have a couple grates here. I'm actually using my cooling rack. I'm sacrificing it, and we are using it for our cooking rack. My brother-in-law was kind enough to create us a fire ring for this trip. So like I said, this is for a longer trip, so I have our plates that we can just wash. This little guy, oh my gosh, guys, this thing is so great. See if I can open it one-handed. So this is a little Stanley guy. I like it because we can put it on the fire. We can take it with us. It's got some little holes on top so you can drain or strain, but inside, whoop, where are you going, sir? Oh, that's why you couldn't fit in here. Okay. It comes with 2 of these awesome little cups, which are perfect for like the kids' hot chocolate or a quick coffee. I mean, it's not near big enough for my kind of coffee, but it works. Okay, move that out of the way. So at Goodwill, we did end up finding a big stock pot, and I've got our bowls down there and a few other things. But we did get a huge stock pot, so that way we can boil water in bigger amounts if we want a bath or things like that. We also want to be doing some ramen on this particular trip. We are going to have some friends over at our campsite, so that's pretty exciting. We get to do that. But we figured if we needed to take a bath or wash up or just need more hot water for cooking or whatever, we actually have a stock pot to do it in rather than boiling water in our cast iron, because I don't really like to do that. We do have some extra fuel in here because I do have, here's another one of our mugs. We do have some of our small utensils. We do have this guy as an alternative. This is our alternative cooking source. This is just a little camp kit by GSI. Inside you'll have a smaller stock pot. There's a couple some bowls in here, so that's good if we need for extra people that are eating with us. This just pops up. I don't want to take it all apart because it's kind of annoying. You do have a couple little lids that you can put on your stuff, but everything nests in here, the bowls and everything, and it all just kind of keeps in there together. So this does have a little fuel pack, which you can see right there. This little guy is our alternative, so if it is raining or if we need to cook in a different place, we still have a way to do that. Or if for some reason that we can't have a full fire when I need to cook, that's what we'll do. We'll just use that. I do have my holder for my little, what is that thing? Butane? I don't know. For my cook source anyway. So that is all I have together so far. We strove to pack one common thing at a time, so that way we knew we would not be forgetting everything. We just sat down last night, made a list of things that still need to get packed and where they need to get packed and where they are located. So stuff that isn't shown here is like our chainsaws, brush cutters, things like that we'll have to throw in there. I'm sure I'll try to take some video while I'm packing up. I'm trying to see how well I can do that. I may not have a video posted next week. Like I said, we're going to be off grid, so I'm not really going to have internet or battery power to be videoing. But if I do, I will definitely share that with you guys. Well, I hope you enjoyed this episode of kind of what's in my chuck box. And I will see you next time, and I hope you have a great week. Stay tuned to more fun with Nebraska Wife. Bye, guys.